fuck.
Yeah, unemployed audience. Yeah.
Y'all really don't care. Like, it's like gonna be midnight by the time you get home. And
Don't tell them that now, they're gonna leave.
No, they won't leave. They already bought the ticket.
Oh, that's fair.
They're gonna sit here and enjoy the show.
By real quick, round of applause, who listens to the Josh Johnson Show, the podcast? Who?
Wow.
Okay.
That's like everybody.
So that's mostly, and then for
Yeah.
the rest of you, clap if you've never listened to it before. Okay,
There we
cool.
go.
It's
Wow.
hurtful that one of them is a very close friend of mine. That was
Yeah.
actually quite hurtful. He was the loudest clap. That's very hurtful.
But it's good to know where we stand.
Yeah, because
you know what I
last
mean?
time, we did it last year, and we came out and started talking, and then we asked that question for who listened to the podcast, and most didn't clap. I'm like, okay, cool. I love knowing a room has no idea who the fuck I am. So I wanted to really, they knew him and not me.
No, it happens. They know me, but they don't know that I do a podcast, which is what I actually spend most of my time doing. It's like it's like when someone gets to know you real well, but then they're like, "Oh, you like act?" And you're like, "Yeah, that's what I've been doing. How do you think I make money?" And then they're like, "I didn't ask questions." You're like, what the fuck? You don't know me at all, you know?
Yeah. By the way, no, this goes without saying, but that's Josh Johnson right there. Make some noise for Josh Johnson.
How you doing? This is also my co-host, fellow stand comedian, Logan Nielsen. Give it up for Logan.
Hello. Make some noise again for Neko White, too. Thank you so much for coming out, man.
Pleasure to be here with y'all.
It's on Netflix, and you just released an album not too long ago, right?
I just released an album. It's called Marcellus, Marscellus. If you think you like me, go check that out. I think you'll like it.
Go check out his shit. Go check out shit.
So, we had you on, not just because you're a hilarious stand-up. You also have a story, and
Yes.
we love stories. And so I just want to get right into it
Let's
because
go.
I would love to hear.
Let's get right into it. So
Right.
when they invited me on, they said to bring a crazy story with me. So I bought two. I'm going to try to keep them quick, but y'all bear with me. I'm long-winded, okay? So we'll start here. First of all, never underestimate your opponent, right? When I was in 7th grade, I got bullied bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about, and my bully was a short dude named Corey Beckett, right? I'll never forget this shit. And he's, like, to describe him, he's the type of short dude that you could tell lost their dad because, this ain't a black thing neither. This black or white. Them niggas always got these eyes all the time. Like they looking for something far off in the distance, nigga. That kid, you know that kid, that little motherfucker. And he was
They're looking for a dad.
They're looking for a dad.
Yeah.
And
Is that him? Oh, no.
No, nobody's him. They never find him. His eyes never open. They're cursed like this. So, this is the person that I'm dealing with, right? He's fighting demons that I can't hope to be a help with, right? So, this is 7th grade. This little motherfucker, and I'm not a punk, and this is the biggest thing about this shit, is that I'm from Harlem. I'm from the projects in Harlem. I fought my whole coming up, you know what I'm saying? But I went to school in the Bronx. This little motherfucker hung out with a crew of like 25 people. And I'm an hour and a half away on the train. I'm like, if I fight him, I'm gonna get fucked up before I ever make it home, right? So one day, he punched me, right? And I had like friends, well, my friends are nerds. They ain't with none of this fighting shit. We trying to play Yu-Gi-Oh! So, nigga, he knocked Dark Magician out of my fucking hand, bro. You'll never understand the frustration.
Yeah.
That little motherfucker hit me, right? And that day, I was like, all right, I can't keep putting up with this shit, right? Because I'm gonna end up hurting this motherfucker. But what could I do? So I cut school, right? I cut school for like 33 days straight because I didn't want to deal with this shit. Now, at the time, turn that off. At the time, I'm trying to open up to you motherfuckers. I don't usually come down this far to Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? I came down here to see you motherfuckers on the Josh Johnson Show. Turn your phone off. I'm fucking with you. So I cut school for 33 days, and I didn't have any cool places to go, right? But at the time, my grandmother was older, and she was sick, so we had an apartment in the Bronx. My mom was at the apartment with my grandmother in Harlem. So what I did was I had a PlayStation 2 Slim. That shit could fit in a book bag, right? I went and got a copy of my mom's key for the Bronx apartment from the hardware store. So I would just put my PlayStation in my bag, and instead of going to school, I would go to Bronx to our apartment and just chill out. right? She didn't come up there because she was busy taking care of my grandma and figured I didn't have a fucking key. So I did that for 33 days. Well, see, ACS has this thing where if you don't go to school for a certain amount of time, they will call Child Protective Services. And them motherfuckers sent a letter home. So I had to go to school now, right? So I go back to school. I'm like, all right, I've been gone for a month and 3 days. That's enough time for this little motherfucker to forget about me. Sure enough, I showed up. He bullied me like we just met. And I'm talking about, bro, like, it was to the point where that motherfucker was talking about he had a weapon and shit, all this, right? So I was like, yo, all right, I'm done, right? I'm done dealing with this shit. So now, the reason I said never underestimate your opponent is because you never know what people are thinking. You never know what people are going through. I told you I grew up in the projects in Harlem. One thing that any of my friends that know me from back then would tell you is that Neko's favorite hero was Wolverine, and he meant that shit. That's a quote. I'm telling you. My boys will tell you that I used to carry a knife, right? So I know you hear about like mass shooters and all that shit. No. I don't got time or the risk to hold a gun. But that little motherfucker, I got so tired of that nigga, I said, all right, tomorrow, I'm gonna put a stop to this shit. Wolverine style. Yo, I shit you not, bro. I watched X-Men 2, X Unlimited, back to back. Just watch Wolverine stab motherfuckers. Because I was like, I'm going to come in, I'm going to, shh. Yeah. This might be morbid, but I ain't do it. It's all right. So, but I'm telling you, I was going
Listen here, bub.
I was going to skewer this motherfucker. And yo, like Wolverine would talk, I swear to God, I was going to dialogue with this motherfucker. Like, want to dance? Like, oh, I couldn't wait. I was going to stab the shit out of this nigga. So my preparation for school was usually like, you know, when I was cutting class, was like, all right, I'll put the PlayStation in. Man, I went and got the longest fucking butcher's knife in my grandma's house. Now, the butcher's knife was about the size of Corey. You know what I'm saying? And to this day, I hate short people because of this little motherfucker, bro. Like, you family. But, like, outside of that, man, if you any shorter than Josh Johnson, don't even fucking talk to me, bro. Don't talk to me. If you have children that ain't, like, taller than you, don't have them talk to me. Stay the fuck away from me.
Could I ask what the logic behind
No, you
the
can't say shit, white man. No.
Okay.
Now,
I do feel blessed to be the line.
yeah, man.
Oh, so he can talk. Okay, that's all right.
Now
that's
you
fine.
get the picture.
Okay.
I'm fucking with
I'm
you,
also
white man.
editor
I
of the fucking show, so we'll see if this
You
gets
can't
in.
edit this out live, nigga. I'm fucking with you, Logan. So, wait, Wolverine's real name is
Oh,
Logan.
suddenly I'm fun to have in the story.
Fuck it.
Oh.
So now, I put the knife in my bag, right? So the knife is so fucking long. I had an Adidas book bag, little drawstring shit, right? So the top of the knife, like the handle, was hanging out the top of the shit. And I was gonna kill this nigga. So I go up to school, right? So I go up to school and like my friends ain't really seen me in a minute. So everybody happy and shit. We talking on the line and I got that knife in my bag, like I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. Poke that nigga. And look, I was gonna do it so cold because I was gonna do it, then I was gonna leave. Like, swear to God, I was gonna walk right up to him. Like, I don't give a fuck people so. And I was gonna twist it. Oh, I was gonna twist it. I was gonna twist the shit out that knife. Man, I get to school, and, you know, maybe it was meant for me not to do it so I get here in front of you guys tonight. And I say that because as soon as I show up to school, we sitting out front, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, this 7th grade, so for that class, they used to have teachers come down if you got to school early enough. And we sitting there, and one of my friends goes, yeah, man, you know, they got metal detectors in there now. I said, what? He said, yeah, man, they got metal detectors in there now. I said, they detect metal? He was like, yeah. I was like, well, I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. I gotta go, right? So because I couldn't bring the knife and kill this nigga, I decided not to go that day, right? But then as I was walking away, I was like, well, shit, I already came here, so I may as well go inside. So I went, stashed the knife somewhere or whatever, and I got in school. So now I'm sitting in school, and you know how your teachers send you to get something? So I go to the principal's office to get something, and they ask me what, you know, been keeping me from school so long. I'm making up some lie. And then they said, you know, we had to have metal detectors put into the school because Mr. Bastian, I'll never forget it, motherfucker said, because there was another kid in school named Dante that showed up with a gun to shoot the motherfucker that I was gonna stab. I was gonna put that little motherfucker in dirt, boy. But thankfully, none of that happened, and I get to be here with y'all.
Yeah.
So that's one of my stories.
Give it up for
man.
Neko.
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn. Wow.
Yeah.
You gotta be a real bastard to be stabbed or shot, depending on the person.
Yeah.
That's somebody who, especially since you said he was short,
Yeah.
it's like a classic bully too. Because you know those
Yeah.
bullies that are short, but then they got two big friends.
Yeah.
But then you wonder why the big friends are listening to them. You're
Yep.
like, you're big enough to kill him.
That Napoleon, bro.
Yeah.
It also shows his ability to multitask because he bullied 2 kids enough for them to want to murder him the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
So that
facts.
means he was really equally fucking with these 2 kids that they were just like, today's the day in unison. Like that's...
That means that he didn't learn shit. There was no time to learn in between all this bullying.
Yo, he ain't no math, he ain't no nothing, he ain't know where his dad was. It was hard for him, man. And the little nigga thought he was a preacher too, because you remember this is like 06, right? So
Yeah.
this is or it's 2005 going into 06. So this is when June 6, 06 was the thing. And I guess his grandmother or something went to church a lot. This nigga was in the classroom, and the trumpets are gonna blaze. And then the last thing we gonna see, he was doing sermons and shit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
but you're the devil himself, bro.
Yeah.
Sit the fuck down and stop scaring me in this
Yeah.
fucking class.
It's always the
Yeah.
kid like least likely to go to heaven.
Boom. I wonder if he dead yet.
Does he not have Facebook?
I wouldn't look up that shit. I'm Josh. You don't know, bro. I like people like that.
Yeah.
I'm all for growing and like surpassing things.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
with you, but man, him. Hey, I don't wish bad on nobody. But man, I don't wish no good on that motherfucker. Ah, man.
It sounds like you actively pray against him at night. Like
You know what? I wouldn't actively pray against nobody. 'Cause
Yeah.
God would tell me, I'm from one of those families. But
yeah.
if anybody ever, like, I don't know how long it take prayers to get answered. But if them shits got to go to a certain part of the universe, I prayed a long time ago. So we'll see. We'll see what happened in the next couple of years. That motherfucker get into like a car accident and it combust. That was all me. Like he passed on some X-Men shit. That was all me.
I love when our podcast becomes evidence.
Yeah.
Always makes me happy knowing that this will
I feel
be
like
played in
he's
front of
towing
court.
the line though. It's like it's really on the line, you know?
It's
'Cause,
really
like,
on fate if we
yeah,
being
yeah,
honest.
because you really can't prosecute prayer, you know? Like that's one of those things where you're like, I very much hoped this would happen, but I was not there, Your Honor.
You know what though? I shouldn't put that energy out there. I really don't hope anything happens to him. I hope wherever he is, he's free, he's safe, and I hope he found his pops, man.
And he killed him. I was running away! Bye-bye!
There's
man.
a hip hop song called 24 Hours to Live. There's that line. Y'all know 24 Hours to Live. Fuck it. Song by Mace.
It's all good. Mace is probably the crossover between this demographic and Mace is probably pretty slim. Just
Yeah, swinging them and hitting them, yeah.
The Venn diagram is barely a line laying over.
You're not wrong. Shit,
Yeah.
they know
Whatever
the
happened
Rugrats
to
song.
Mace? Is he all right?
He's all right. He just put out this song against Diddy recently.
Recently, okay. So if you don't
Against
know,
Diddy recently?
yeah, this
Huh.
which is
Didn't Diddy's life go against Diddy enough? Like,
yeah. I don't really get Mace's whole thing is that way back in the day, Diddy had all of his publishing, and so he gave him like 10% of his own publishing, but he also had the master. So then Mace made almost no money off of all of his music, which was selling worldwide. So he has basically the same gripe as any other artist.
quick survey, who's picturing Mace Windu right now from Star Wars? I just wanted to check. See a couple of knowing smiles, okay?
Yeah.
Just wanted to see who
If
was...
you don't know who the rapper Mace is, just imagine any barber. Like he,
Yo, fuck off, nigga.
Mace has one of the least recognizable faces I've ever seen in my entire life.
Nah, bro, I'm from Harlem. I can't let you do that, man. Hell no. Mace looked like every nigga that in the 90s, like, you could tell wasn't the fighter, but wasn't the super corny dude, looked like Mace, man.
Yeah.
They had something way too shiny, fucking waves in their hair.
Yeah.
And they'd fuck your girl on occasion. Like, that's Mace. That grimy dude that when he gets caught, he moves away.
Yeah.
He left Harlem because of that shit.
Yeah.
Supposedly. I was like 3 years old. Fuck do I know?
All right. But yeah, so he's very upset with Diddy, and then he finally made a bunch of money. I had to be doing something else, like had to be doing something not rapping, and then offered Diddy to buy all of his artistic license to like all of his work back, like all the intellectual property, and then Diddy said no. And then and that was like last year, and he did this whole tweet about it, explaining everything and how the record contract that he signed was horrible and exploitive. And then this year,
in the music industry,
yeah, like
what?
Like I can't think if you need any insight on Mace's career, the lateness with which he has done this is like kind of indicative of his music as well. Like it's like he is using a time machine wrong, you know? Like he's like, I gotta go into the future to warn them. It's like, oh no, that's not how it works. You're supposed to go back and all right.
Family, thank y'all so much for letting me spend some time with
thank
you, Josh.
You,
Pleasure.
Yeah, thank you
so much. Make some
much.
noise for Neko White, please.
Make some noise for your host.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Yeah, it's.
You want to scoot over a little bit so now we're just not weirdly just you and me over here?
I can scoot over a touch.
There we go.
This week has been a bit wild for me because
now I'm far from my drink.
I
have to be very careful with this table.
How full is it? Oh, okay. The week has been wild because I don't know if anybody else saw this, but Uber Pool is back. It's called Uber Share now. It's under a different banner. It's called Uber Share because, like I was saying before, with the evil of a corporate mind, they have brought back Uber Pool. But back in the day, Uber Pool used to just let you have the price for the pool, and then if no one else hopped in the pool, you would just get that price because you were willing to be taken out of your way. Now, with Uber Share, it seems, I don't know if I have this right, but it seems that you're really just getting an Uber X, and the price only goes down if someone else gets picked up, which is not up to you, right? So you could pay full price and just make it home with a regular ride, or you could get 20% off because other people got picked up.
What a shitty lottery.
Yeah. It's gonna be.
I hope someone gets in this car.
I really hope I get taken out of my way from home and someone coughs all over me. That would be the dream. And so
for $2.
For two,
I hope I saved $2 to catch something.
For almost no difference. And so basically, I was taking an Uber Share because I was nostalgic of the time before COVID when strangers would ride in cars together and ignore each other. And so I take this Uber Share, and we're doing pretty good. It looks like I'm not going to get the discount, getting almost all the way to the bridge. I was at the stand. I'm getting back to Brooklyn, where I live, and before we get there, the driver turns around, and he's like, hey, are you picking up a friend or something? It just changed the thing on me. Like, is this you? And I was like, no, I didn't add a stop or anything. It's Uber Share. Like, so I just started explaining Uber Share because he didn't know what it was. He was like, what is this? Are you picking up your friend right now? Why is it changing the directions on me, right? And like, his English is good, but I'm trying to make sure I'm being very clear.
His English is good, but the concept is stupid. So it's like,
that's what I'm saying. That's kind of what I'm saying. It's like the concept is so dumb that I'm like, I need to explain this so clearly because there's no language barrier here, sir.
And I'm sure he's even
sense.
Probably just like, I must be missing something.
Yeah,
I must be.
And so
there must be a term I don't know.
I like fully explain it of just like it's back, like because he hasn't been driving for Uber that long, so he doesn't remember pool. So then I had to explain pool and then share. And this is all while we're driving. He's looking at me too much because he really wants to, instead of just using the mirror to look up at me from the mirror and in front, he's fully turning around.
Oh, that's good.
At times where we're not at the red yet. Like he'll see it turn red and be like, so what were you saying? And so that's happening. And then we finally stop. We get to this cross section for the pickup, and this always happens. It happened with pool. It happens with share. It's going to continue happening. But the person opens the door on my side. And anytime that happens, it's so little. It's not worth getting upset about. But what's so annoying about people that you share an Uber with is they will just really want to get in from the side of the door that they open. And so then you have to move, but you're like, you didn't look. You also ordered this thing and didn't look to see if anybody else was already in.
Well, they probably thought there was, like, surely no one will be in this. And then
okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
They maybe also didn't know.
So then my man opens the door, and he's standing there with a woman behind him, and he's like, for Miguel? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, so you get...
Your name's like, no, Miguel too?
And I'm like, yeah. And then he's kind of just, he feels like he's opened the door for me. He's waiting for me to get out, but I'm just sitting there. And then he's like, for Miguel. And I was like, yeah, but it's a Uber share. He's like, I order Uber X. And I was like, yeah, but you ordered Uber X share. See, it's confusing because they kept the X in there. And then the driver joins in where he's like, yes, they kept the X in there. So it's actually... So now both of us are explaining this to him and his date who are standing outside of the car. And finally, he's like taking it all in. And he turns to her and he's like, I thought it was an Uber X. Like, because it's so clear that they're on a date. Just like their body language. And then he looks at me, he's like, would you mind sitting in the front? And I'm like, the front? And then he gives me this look that, like, is such a... It's so purely like a guy thing of, like, help me out, bro. Like, he just says it... He literally just says it with his, like, pupils. It's not even an eyebrow thing. It's not an intimidation. He's not being rude. He's literally just, like... Like, it's like... It looks like he's looking at someone pointing a gun at him because it's like he just sucked in a little bit of air and he was like, and I was like, yeah, sure. So I get out and as I'm opening the front door, he even pats me on the back and he whispers, he's like, thank you. And so then they get in the back and I'm sitting in the front and I'm on my phone anyway, so I really don't care. I'm not like stressing it at all or anything. But as soon as they start talking, the nosy bitch in me comes out. And so I immediately hit pause on the music that I'm listening to.
Oh,
because
for sure.
it's like, it's so clearly a first date. And I can't tell if they're still on the date. Like when they get in the car, I can't tell if they're heading somewhere, like he's picking her up.
Oh, that's the start. That's a rough start.
Yeah,
that's
I can't
a rough
tell.
start.
I couldn't tell at the time if he was picking her up or if they're leaving a restaurant because it was in
Right.
a part of the city where there's just lots of apartments over restaurants.
Yeah.
Right.
Because if it's the start, she's already thinking now, like, well, I'm at least paying half.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And then it which really
this
cracked
is
me
Dutch
up as
at
well.
best.
It also cracked me up so much because my man it says it again at some point in the conversation.
I have money.
It's like, what? No. He's literally just floundering at one point, and he's like, "I thought it was an Uber X." Like he keeps inserting. He will not let it go to everyone in the car that he thought it was the regular Uber. Like he can't handle it. And so then, then they start talking. This is so painful. Okay, so he is coming out the gate with like, it's not a shitty bravado. I want to make that clear. It's not like this person does not seem like a jerk to me, right? But as he's talking, he's like, yeah, so what do you like to do? Like he's so clearly nervous, which is very sweet as well.
Ride alone in cars.
Ride alone in cars. I'm sorry that I messed that up for you.
It's my favorite thing to do.
And then she goes, I love theater, right? And he's like, oh man, I love theater too. Like theater is amazing, except for musicals. Musicals are annoying as hell. Like musicals, just like I don't know. There's just something about them I can't stand it. And then she goes, I was actually a musical theater major.
I'm in the Music Man right now.
And so I'm like, I don't know what to do with my body so much, so I'm just looking out the window now. Like my head is on the glass, and I'm breathing through my mask so hard that I'm still fogging up the window a little bit. I'm just like, ooh, that's not a great start, you know? Because the car is not taking off yet. Like this is just he's.
I'm sorry, what? The car is not taking off yet?
No, because he's sitting down. And now the driver is trying to figure out who's getting dropped off first. So he's just looking at his Waze app.
You guys haven't fucking moved yet?
We haven't moved yet.
And he found a way to fuck it up in that time?
And don't get me wrong, this is all of like 30 seconds. So that thing, like, they sit down and
that
he's
also
like,
makes
so
it worse.
He's
Like, oh, I can't believe it. This is an Uber X. I fucking hate musicals.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot to cram in to a short amount of time.
It happens so fast. And then we take off, and none of the conversation is, like, ideal. Like none of it.
Not after that.
None of it is going well. And so, because then he even tries to save it where he's like, oh, so, like, what were you in, you know? And then she starts listing these musicals that she did wherever she's from.
Right.
And finally, she hits one of them, and he's like, oh, I love Come From Away. And it's like, it's too late, bro. Like it's, you're not saving it now. And then they kind of like move on from that. And there's a couple of like pauses. And anytime there's a pause, I just get back on my phone. Like, it's not that interesting, you know. But then he'll say something like out of a pause, he'll be like, "So you have like a favorite food or anything? Like, what do you really like?"
What a great question to ask on a date.
And this
always has places to go.
And this is how I know where their date is at.
Yeah.
Because he's like, "So what was your favorite, like your favorite food and everything?" And she's like, "Peruvian. I told you that at the Peruvian restaurant." And at this point, I can't even breathe. Like I'm like so stressed out for this man and this woman in the back that I'm like genuinely in my head. I'm like, I should be back there. Like that would have broken up the tension. If I was even sitting in between them, that would be better than what's happening right now. Like he's just been left to his own devices, and it is fucking his world up. Okay. And so it's so bad. It's so bad that the driver starts turning up the music so that nobody can talk. Like, 'cause the entire time I'm forgetting that the driver must also be getting so uncomfortable right now that he's like, I would rather blare Dua Lipa to the point where all of our ears bleed than to let this man hang himself anymore. This is horrible. And the music's playing for like maybe 3 songs.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, he's kind of like, hey, could you turn it down? To which I'm sure everyone in the car in their head was like, don't make us do this.
Come on, man.
And then he's,
You got show tunes?
Yeah.
I love musicals.
I love musicals now. I just want to save the date and everything. Please. And then
Peruvian musicals. I love them. Put it. If you have that, please.
And then
I thought this was an Uber X.
And then he turns the music down a little bit, and the guy once again is like, yeah, I thought it was an Uber X. Like he says it.
Oh, he does it again?
Yeah, he says it again. He's saying it throughout the whole drive, like too many times. And then we're in Brooklyn now, and we're heading off to drop, them off first. And this next part is technical, okay? Because I can understand the dance that was happening. When you order an Uber X, you can add or change a stop, right? So I understand what he must have been thinking, right? And if I have it right in my head, what he's thinking was the perfect way to play it. But we get to the stop. It's not my stop. They're stopping at her apartment. And so car stops, and she's like, I had a great time. And she goes to open the door, and he's like, oh, I was wondering if I could. If I could, come up, we hang out a little bit more. And then she goes, oh, I had a great time and everything, but Can
I be honest? You looking at me and saying this feels like you're breaking up with me.
Yeah.
And it's palpable enough that like this situation sucks.
It's so painful, and me and the driver made eye contact. Out of the side of our eyes, because we were like, oh. And then he was like, hey, yeah, I'm not, like, I don't want to be weird or anything. It's just I
love you. Oh, shit.
It's just when I put the address in, and then she was like, yeah, sorry, maybe I gave the wrong impression or something, but I'm gonna go up and maybe we can talk again or something. And so she closes the door, and it's just the three of us sitting there. And so he's like, he looks at me. He's like, thanks for sitting up front, man. Like, and I was like, oh yeah. I mean, I really was trying to make it better. Like, in the moment, I was trying to keep it light, because this person is clearly devastated, and that's very embarrassing, because he made some missteps, but once again, he did not seem like a douchey, asshole, right? And so I was like, as a joke, I was like, yeah, I mean, if only you could come home with me, you know what I mean? Like, and then
that is not what you said.
Yeah. And then he opened the door, and to himself goes, I thought it was an Uber X.
Well, that's better than can I?
Yeah. But yeah, it was rough. And then I didn't know what to do, so I just stayed in the front with the driver for the rest of the time. And we were both just airing it out. Like, we were both just.
Oh, you guys just talk about it?
Yeah,
then?
we talked about it.
Absolutely,
How could we not talk about it?
I know, yeah.
He was like, I couldn't believe, and I was like, when he sat down. Because the reason that I bring up the dance is that he is like trying to, I guess, I'm assuming, like, pay for things, show his interest and everything on the date, right? And so he's getting the Uber back to her apartment. And she also knows he's getting the Uber to her apartment. She's not, like, wondering where they're going. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a whole different problem on a date.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, it's like, if
Take me to question mark.
If the date is over and your date's ordering the Uber and they put your address, you know that they're getting the Uber for your place, you know what I mean?
Right.
When it's an Uber X, you can add a stop, which means if she didn't want him to come up, he can now just add a stop to his apartment and head home. But because it's Uber share, you can't do that. So we drove off from him just sort of standing on the sidewalk. And I was
in
like,
front of her place? Or
Yeah. Ordering another Uber.
That's not good if she looks out the window.
Yeah, no, it looks horrible, but it's
she
like,
looks out, oh God, he didn't go.
I mean, he basically doesn't exist in the car now because he's supposed to get out at the stop he orders.
Yeah.
And so you can't add a stop, and so what a shame. Yeah. No, it is. It's just sad, because if it was an X, he could be like, oh, okay, I read it wrong. Let me add a stop. And then he goes home.
Right, yeah.
But now he has to get out. He can't come to my place.
Right.
And he's not
even though you invited him.
Yeah, even though I invited him. But he's not.
He could have.
But he's not supposed to be in the car anymore, so he has to get out. And so, yeah. But then the driver and I were just like, oh. And the driver was also like, the driver was also like, when you're on a date, just say nothing. And I was like, wow, that is, in a weird way, better advice. I understand what he was trying to say, where he was like, man, in this whole situation, I would have just said nothing in the car.
Or at least not have such hard opinions. Like, that's the thing, too. Yeah. It's just like, oh, musicals. I fucking hate those. Oh, what? Like, don't come out the gate. You got to be kind of in the gray area until you know. But it's especially, too, like, I'm not saying he's trash or anything, but he's clearly has wild misguided confidence to just assume he is going to her house when clearly learned nothing about her on the date.
Well, that's also what I was thinking, where I was like, how did... I'm so interested.
Maybe did say nothing on the date.
Yeah, I wish I could go back in time and be in another, like, not doing the show I was doing, and then just be a fly on that wall. Yeah. Because I guess this is my thing. The date seemed, at some point at least, to be going well enough that I actually think he was about to come up with her if he didn't say the musical theater thing.
If it was
because
an Uber
think about it. If you're on a date with someone and you've given them your address, they're on the way together. He didn't order her an Uber and then get a Lyft for himself. They're both in the Uber going to her
address. Which is frankly 20 times funnier. That on the ride to her apartment.
That's what I'm saying.
Is where he fucked it up.
That's what I'm saying.
That's so much funnier.
That has to be what happened.
If she's just like, I like him a lot, and you know what? I never do this. I'm going to invite him up, and like, there's another guy here. Huh.
There's another guy here, and I hate what you do. Does that make sense what I'm saying? They were definitely about... He messed it up at like the 90%. He was so close.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
What a shame. So then, a different time now, we're talking about pre-pandemic, when I took one of my favorite Uber pools. So people, especially in LA, would give me trouble all the time. They would always like make fun of me for taking Uber pools all the time because I would leave early. I would leave early just to take the pool, just to have the padding, instead of just getting an Uber, right?
Right.
And I don't know. I just usually did it to like have experiences and meet people and stuff.
Yeah, it's a weird thing about you.
Well, I'm just saying it was like
no one else here relates to that.
All right.
I take him because I like making friends. Like that's it's.
Yeah.
Now it's like if the $2 off is not guaranteed, but never fucking doing that. I'm never.
Sure. This is my thing though. So there was this one time. And it just felt, it felt very special. Like, I think the word might be serendipity. There was a time where I was taking an Uber pool after a show to get home. And I get in the car, and we immediately get the name and where they are, right? And so the guy drives there. It's actually pretty close, like 5 minutes away. And he drives there. And he's circling the block, and then he finally just stops. He starts calling them. Every time he calls them, they pick up, and you can hear a bunch of noise, but you can't actually hear them. And so he calls like 3 times, and then he circles the block one more time. But now it's getting to the point where he's tried to pick them up longer than I've been in the car, you know? Because this is also, because back in the days of like pool, they hadn't solidified how long drivers were supposed to wait yet.
I like that you keep saying it like it's been 30 years. Like, back when we could pool.
Yeah, I'm just saying for context, they've changed the app a lot in the time between. So
no one knows they're taking them now.
Yeah,
even the driver.
No, it's chaos. And so it got to the point where I was like, you know you can move on if you don't. Like, if they're just not going to come, like, we should probably go.
He's like, you're not my fucking boss.
Yeah. I mean, I
work for you.
I'm not even telling him in a way of, like, can we hurry it up? Because he's the one getting frustrated. I'm just like, hey, you've done everything that you could. You know, you called 3 times.
Right.
You've driven around the block several times.
Mm-hmm.
I have been in the car for like 7 minutes, just us,
Right.
and you've been trying to pick them up for like 8. So this is
Yeah.
this is wild, you know?
Yeah.
And also, the drivers will get penalized for like canceling rides and stuff. So he didn't want to cancel on them, and there's no like distinction in the app for how long you should wait.
Right.
And so finally, he drives off, just cancels on them, keeps going. We get about maybe 2 minutes away, and we get pinged again for another pickup, and it's the same guy. It's the very same guy, and he's in a slightly different location. So he's like a couple blocks like west of where he was supposed to be. And
He got scared. He thought a car was chasing him.
yeah.
Oh, no!
Why won't they leave me alone? And so this time we picked them up easily. They're like right on the corner, and it's a couple, this guy and this woman, and they get in the car and they're next to me, and it is amazing. They're very drunk. They're the best way to put it is that they're deeply drunk. Like I don't even know how
I
you
fucking
get it.
hate musicals.
Yeah.
Do you like food? I like Peru. What we just had.
They are so drunk, and they are going at it in a way that is so funny, where they are arguing.
Okay,
but it's
so
like
going at it could mean 2 different things.
yeah. But it's like at first I thought they were arguing for real, and it's not. They're like playfully roasting each other.
Okay.
But they're very drunk, and they're taking it way too far. Like so this dude, and I can tell from them walking to the car that this dude has a little bit of a limp, right? And
Okay.
she lays into it hard. Like she's drunkenly like, you should probably have like a cane or something. Like, what's the,
Jesus.
it's like relentless, okay? And it's actually, a lot of it is actually pretty funny. Where she was like, if I pull on your right leg hard enough, will it be the same size as your left? Like it was just like it was like nonstop, right? And then it's to the point where I think he's gonna get upset, you know, and he's not. He's just like laughing, and he's like, oh, you know, my leg been like this from childhood. And I'm like, he's actually making it worse when he describes it, but then she doesn't really connect with it in that drunk way, so she just keeps going. So she's like, well, did you like step on your first step when you were little and then just walked away? Like, did you not couldn't even it out? And then he finally goes, he's like, how about we leave my legs alone for a second, talk about your fucked up ass teeth. And he lays into her teeth hard. She's like, and it's funny because they're both laughing. It's like at no point, it's so tense. Like the driver and I are trying not to laugh because we're like, any minute now, one of them is gonna go too far, right? But then even when
will they get pissed off if we laugh at it? Like, are we not a part of the joke?
Yeah, like, are they talking like we're not here, or is this for us?
Yeah.
I can't tell.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, okay, what's wrong with my teeth? And he's like, honestly, I don't see how the fuck you chew, all right? I made you a sandwich yesterday. Your bite mark looked like a boot print. And they just kept laughing, and it was so funny. And the driver, the driver lowered his window to quietly laugh out the window as we were driving. And I was like, man, pool is the best. And then the pandemic happened.
So we've only got a little bit of time left, but should we open up the mailbag quick? Yeah, they like it.
There we go.
All right, so I definitely want to at least get this one in here because this one is from Ray, who I believe is here. Ray, you here? Here. Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
There we go.
I was about to be like, well, I hope he fucking bought a ticket. I hope he's at least missing out. No. Hi, Ray. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Oh, Awesome.
No,
well, thanks
no,
for sending
thanks for
in.
coming.
Thanks for sending an email. So I'll read out what you sent here, and then maybe we'll have some follow-up questions if we need to.
Okay.
So this is it says, "Cheers, J-Lo."
Okay.
That's us. We go by
J-Lo.
sometimes. We don't in the world.
Yeah, but we're much less famous. J-Lo.
Now you said J-Lo there.
I was hesitant to say J-Lo. Because we
You thought if we said it 3 times, we'd summon her?
Sometimes I wonder if J-Lo listens. And so I just want her to like us. And I don't know if we... What did Ray say?
Wouldn't that be great if she was listening?
Wouldn't that be great if she was listening? Like, why are they using my... And then we just get a cease and desist.
The most confusing cease and desist of
yeah.
all time. Hey, will you 2 men stop using my name, please?
Together
as a unit. Cheers, J-Lo. So what is a survival tactic that metropolitan cities like Chicago and New York City taught you guys that you take with you everywhere? Now, they also have their own example here. So, mine is not responding to anyone too eager for my attention, and that is a very good one. That is a very good one. Jesus of Nazareth could be trying to sell me his mixtape, detailing how to get into heaven, and I'd probably raise the volume on my headphones before I react. I've gotten caught in too many conversation scams while living here, especially because I have an English accent, so they think I'm a tourist. And then the next part's just a compliment. Do you want me to read that? Just kind of for us.
I guess so, to get the full
All right.
experience.
Because Raven wrote, this next part doesn't have to be read, but I don't really care. I just wanted to show appreciation for you guys. And I'm like, well, I'm a big enough narcissist to make them listen to it. Just wanted to take a moment to say I genuinely appreciate the work you guys do. I subscribe to the Patreon and listen weekly because of the genuine authenticity you guys have just talking about life and Josh's addiction to living a cartoon lifestyle. I like the concept that you're addicted to it.
Yeah.
Like you can't get enough of it.
Like if I was just...
I'm trying to just stay inside.
If I was at home reading a book and then I know where I'm like, nah, I need a fix.
I'm going to go slip on some shit. Your shows help me through bad times and make the good times even better. Just a reminder that what you do has a positive and powerful impact, and both of you are appreciated by myself and by many others. I wish you guys all the success and happiness you desire. Thank you so much,
Thank
Ray.
you so
We
much,
appreciate
Ray.
that.
Thank you.
Thank you. That is a great question, though. What is a survival tactic you take with you other places?
As far as... Ray, I can't see you. Are you black?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is for us. So
I'll go.
I found that in the city, when you're walking the city, this is already piggybacking off what you do, but I found that there's a different type of interaction you're about to have by how many times the person trying to get your attention calls you brother. Okay? First brother is just another black guy, right? Hey, brother, need something. What's the time? Whatever, right? Hey, brother, that is a little bit more precarious. Like that one, you might want to just turn up the volume like you do. Hey, brother, that is where you run. That is... like, hey, brother is almost always drugs. That is something to be avoided. And then the other one I think I found is that you should always like turn your Wi-Fi off if you're underground, because when it's fighting to find a connection, it's draining your battery. And sometimes you'll take the train for 20 minutes and then walk up the stairs and be like, why do I have 20% less battery than when I left? And it's because of that.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like a real struggle.
I like a good practical one, you know? It's just a good, like, this
Yeah.
is, you know.
I felt like one to confirm what you're already
Yeah.
doing is good, and then one that's just like someone didn't tell me
One
for way
joke,
too
one
long.
real thing, yeah. One
Yeah.
for them, one for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
One for me that I actually just utilized recently. It goes with people talking to you too. That if someone comes up and is clearly like trying to fuck with you, like they ask you a question to like trap you into like an answer one way or the other because they're going to roast you or something like that, is if you give the most confusing answer possible, they don't know what to do next. This happened to me recently. I was in New York with my friend who doesn't listen to the show. And, or in New York, I just said. In Central Park, that one. I'm in New York now. God damn it. I live Midwest. And, but we're sitting there, and this group of young men walk by, and one of them just looks at me, and it's very clearly like he's setting me up to like dunk on me in front of his friends, because he just goes like, hey, you guys like pussy? And it's how he said it, and it very much had like everyone's like, what's he gonna say? And I just said, little bit. Which was great, because then he went, and then all of his friends laughed at him because I didn't take the bait. And I use that in Chicago a lot too. People try to fuck with you, and then you just give them an answer, and they go, "I don't even, whatever," and then they just walk away. Then they're disappointed.
Yeah. I think the last one I'll impart to you is this is very specific of cities. This one is actually like just a Chicago, New York, probably Seattle and Portland have train system. Anywhere with a train system, if a train car is empty, leave it empty. Because there's a reason that in a city with millions of people,
Especially
no one wants
here.
that car.
Especially here.
So sometimes it's poop. Sometimes it is poop.
Sometimes it's poop.
But every once in a while, it's a person. Every once in a while, it's a person so
and they
crazy.
are pooping.
Yeah. So crazy that everyone was like, I don't know if I need this in my life. And they decided to get off, and there wasn't time to warn you, so then you get on, and then the doors close, and for at least one stop, you're a hostage.
I'll do one more email, and then we can get out of here because we're almost out of time. Let's real quick and just thank everybody for coming out tonight. Thank you guys
all
so much for hanging out with us.
This has been great.
Late on a Wednesday. So this one is from Anissa. I don't think they're here. This was just sent separately. You here? Yeah, I thought so. This is just this one caught my eye, and I thought this would be a good one to just read with the group here. So the title of this one just says, "I was reminded of my dead gerbil." Great title.
Know what we did.
I think it's a great start. If it's just our show, that would be a bummer.
Yeah.
That would be a real bummer.
That's what I was saying. I was like, oh man, does this just...
Listening to your show reminds me of the dying screams of a rodent. Anyway, now that I've bummed him out. Hey guys, I'm currently getting up to date on the podcast. I'm on episode 50, but with the way I've been listening, I'll likely be caught up quickly. Anyway, in that episode, Logan talked about his dead hamster found behind a fake fireplace after escaping, and Josh displayed ... a ton of displeasure. It reminds me of my two gerbils. To remind anybody who maybe either hasn't listened to that episode in a while, or you haven't listened to it, we had a hamster and it escaped, and we had a fake fireplace where it was just a light bulb in fake plastic wood or whatever, and then we found the hamster when we smelled it, and just to word it quickly, but reminded me of my two gerbils. One of them was named Gino. Unfortunately, also great name for a gerbil.
Yeah.
Gino is a great gerbil name.
Yeah, any alliteration you can get with an animal is probably
Gino the
gonna
gerbil?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they both escaped one day, as small animals like that are to do, and for days we could not find Gino specifically. Well, my mother had a pallet bed at the time, and one pallet would lift slightly until you laid on it. Well, yep. Figured I'd pause, just let everyone catch up for a second. You may know where this goes, is what the email says. I was looking for Gino.
Wait, it would be amazing if in the email is also pause for groans.
I was looking for Gino still and sat on her bed. When I did, I heard squeak crunch.
Pause for groans.
I knew what happened immediately and didn't have the heart to check. My poor mother had to retrieve Gino's crushed little body. Now, this next part is just a quick little aside. Not as traumatizing for me as watching my guinea pig run into a table leg and die. And that's all they gave us for that one. Which is clearly a much wilder story. That this guinea pig was just like, bam, nope, and like that's... guinea pig concussed itself to death.
The guinea pig did a full Fast and Furious on itself.
Sorry to tell you such awful, awful things, but hold on. I love this sentence. Hang on. Sorry to tell you such awful, awful things, but if I have to suffer, so must everyone else.
It's
I love the show. You both are great.
I love that the origin story of that villain